Hi guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome, welcome.
Oh, y'all, we were right.
Oh, by now, y'all,
I'm not sad.
You've heard the news about, we have a couple of breakups that we're kind of sad about. Keke Palmer and her boyfriend / baby daddy, Darius, they've broken up. And then Brittany Spears and her husband have broken up.
Yeah.
So...
is it bad that I saw both of those coming?
Yeah, oh gosh, Sam filed for divorce, which always makes me sad because I always want the woman to have that choice of I'm out.
I think that's such a complicated situation, and I think that he tried. I really do. I do think that he tried, but I think
I was just really hoping that he could be in it for the long haul. The courts legally ended Brittany's conservatorship with her dad.
Right.
And
that's how they were able to get married.
Yes. And she has since gained control over her career and her finances. And I mean, it was so strict. It was even like she couldn't get pregnant. I mean, they had control over everything.
Yeah.
So, with that happening, you were just hoping that she could manage everything, even though I know that would be a lot for anybody when you haven't been doing it.
Right.
Regardless of
and that's the thing about it. She hasn't been doing it.
She hasn't been doing it.
She was robbed of that.
So she has struggled with mental health issues, and you guys know that in years past. And that is why her father moved to gain control over her life, really.
Everything, yes.
And, people dealing with mental health issues, addictions. Natalie Cole's mom had to do that at one point. So it does happen. It is not an uncommon thing. I think what was kind of uncommon, it lasted a long time.
So long.
Till everybody was just like, give it back to her already.
Right.
And I don't, you're not in people's day-to-day lives, so you don't know what's going on, but you kind of had wished they could kind of ease her back into it, so it's not just an all or nothing type situation where you just now you've got all this access,
right? And
that's pretty
a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
And let's face it, her dad wasn't doing it on his own. He had help, assistants and attorneys and all of that. And then you kind of give it back to her, and she's supposed to know how to get all this.
Right.
How would she? It was, how long was it? Do you remember?
Oh gosh. I want to say like 13 years or something. It was like a long time.
Yeah. It was a very long time.
Very long time. And then I think the relationship was so fractured.
Yes.
By that point.
Yes.
That it was hard. I don't even know that he could kind of
salvage that.
Yeah, right. Dip his toe in and help a little bit.
And I think she was trapped. Like when people are trapped at their trauma age.
Yeah. Why is that? Like wherever you had that fracture, it's like you just stuck there.
Yes.
And
it's kind of like a record on repeat. When there's a deep scratch, that record just repeats.
So young.
Yes.
Young acting. She does very kind of juvenile things.
Yes.
Which is why I thought they were kind of a good match. He's quite a bit younger, like 11 or 12 years younger than her. But I thought, well, maybe actually, given her mental state, that might be okay.
But, she had that break when oh my gosh, the boys were like babies. You remember? Right before she shaved her head and paparazzi was hounding her, and bless her heart, I remember thinking like, it's hard enough having kids in public. Then you have kids in public and you're famous. Paparazzi was hounding her and she was trying so hard not to cry. And that broke my heart then. It definitely breaks my heart now. And I get it.
She's the age of my kids.
Yeah.
So I have that maternal feeling towards her. So I hate to see it.
But I think she's trapped way back there.
Yes.
Is my point.
Too.
That's my point. I think she's trapped even before the conservatorship happened.
I hope she can get some help. I hope there's somebody who
she trusts
that can just help her, put an arm around her and help her navigate all this. I don't know her relationship with her mom, or, seems like she was out on the outs of everybody.
It does.
The mom, the sister, the dad, everybody. I hope there's somebody though that can come in and help her with this. Sam is asking for spousal support and for her to pay his legal fees, but I just saw on the news today that the judge threw that out. So that's not happening, or not anytime soon.
Okay.
So it's still an ongoing thing. I wish them both well.
I do
you
too.
hate this for anybody.
Yeah.
But especially for her, since she's gone through so much, and it seems like these types of hard situations kind of put her in a bad place.
They do
mentally.
They do.
So I hope that doesn't happen.
Because if you follow her, now I actually had to unfollow only because I gave Scarlett the phone. We were about to watch Lunchbox videos, and Britney Spears is completely nude on my IG. So of course, then my daughter's asking.
Somebody was talking about that. I missed that.
Yeah,
which is okay.
She's in a bathtub, completely nude, and my daughter's like, "Mama, her wabba's out." I'm like, "Oh, what? I'm thinking, what is she looking at?"
Well, I did hear the ex-husband talking about that.
Yes,
and he was talking to the boys, and they were mad and upset and embarrassed, which any teenage boys would be.
Yeah.
No matter who their mom is and how good she looks, that's not cool for them.
Yeah.
So I
think after they lost the baby, if you kind of followed her, after her and Sam lost the baby, it got more and more and more erratic. The behavior got
it was like just a little bit after that he filed. I was just reading that it wasn't long after. So we don't really know what pushed the whole situation over the edge. And she seems to be the type of person, just what we know from her on social media and in the public eye, when people reach out to help or try to do something, she kind of digs her heels in.
She does.
She's one of those, and maybe the husband was trying to get her to a place of being healthy and getting some help and things. And she might have just dug her heels in and just not doing it. She kind of goes the other way. So we just keep our fingers crossed, say a prayer for Brittany, and hopefully we wish them both well. Neither one of them has been very belligerent or anything. They seem to be friendly with it, as much as can be. She said that she was hurt by it all, but she didn't say anything bad. He wished her well and didn't have any ugly thing to say. So I'm hoping they can navigate these choppy waters.
And they dated for a while.
Oh yeah, like 6 years. They've been together. Yeah. I want to say 7 or 8 years total.
Yeah, they were together for a while.
I mean, it's that's why I was so hopeful with this, but we'll see. Okay, meanwhile, Keke Palmer and her baby daddy have called it quits. And you guys remember we had a show about this.
Yes.
And Darius was feeling some kind of way about, I guess it was Keke being dressed kind of sexy while she was attending Usher's Las Vegas show. Now, mind you, she has worn way less on social media.
With him.
Like I kind of did the deep dive of, seeing her. And even when she was pregnant, she had a little bikini on and was dancing. And I was thinking, this is way worse than what she's got on during this. So I didn't understand why he's upset. Anyway, so he shamed her on social media, if you had not heard this yet, for her attire. And when Keke's fans kind of came to her defense, he doubled down, stating that he was the head of their home and expected a certain representation. So those were his words, not mine. So things kind of went quiet. Next thing you know, they have moved on. Everybody's moved on. There has been no formal statement. They have unfollowed each other on social media. So that's always a sign, I think. And Keke has since gone on to record a video with Usher. And it kind of winks to this whole situation.
It's hilarious, guys.
In which, so I feel like she's not feeling
crying over any spilled milk.
Yeah. So she has really moved on. I will say
this
though,
video tickled me.
And I'm not defending him in any way. I'm just speaking to the situation. I think it's hard for a man to be in a relationship with a powerful woman, however the power is. It could be their career, their popularity, their finances, and then a lot of different dynamics.
Let those be combined.
Right. It's hard for them to be in that position because they are not used to being in that position. We are used to being lesser than.
Right. Women are.
We just are.
You do the same job, you make less money.
Right. So
it's so easy
for
to
us
be considered.
To be in that position. It's like, oh, okay, because this is what it always is.
Right.
And so for a man to assume that role or be forced into that role is very hard. Yes. And especially, I think, a young man where he's at their age, normally you're just starting out.
Right.
You're just starting out. You're trying to find your bearings.
Right. And she has an established career.
Yes. And that is just the dynamic there is a little off.
Yeah.
So I will say that.
My mama, she used to say it and she still says it. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. She was Keke Palmer when you got with her.
Well, that's the chickens.
She was, yeah.
I think Darius he and Jonah should start a club.
Look, start a podcast, guys.
Yes, because
it sounded good on paper podcast.
You think you wanted it.
Yeah.
You only thought you knew.
That's
but you didn't know.
But them damn chickens.
Yes. It's way different. I think now Jonah, has the popularity and the finances, but I think he has low self-esteem.
Right.
With this guy, just his age, you can't really hold it against him no matter what your career, your dynamic would be. Most cases, you're just starting out. Keke has that advantage of she was a very young child and was working.
Right.
So she,
and
she's
has worked
like
forever.
a 50-year-old. In another life, you've had this time to work on
in terms
it
of career,
right?
Yeah, I agree.
So that dynamics are.
Well, y'all start a podcast, and you knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
But now this, don't take this wrong, y'all. But I do feel bad for Keke that, usually at this age you can just move the hell on,
right?
And she can't.
No,
because they have a baby.
Yes.
So from now on, no matter how you feel about it or him, he's a part of your story and a part of your life.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Forever and ever. Amen.
Yes.
Moral of this story. Be careful.
Yes.
Who you have a baby with.
Seriously.
For real, y'all. At least take it through the 4 seasons. I mean that. At least do 4 full seasons. Spring, summer, winter, fall, the whole olive. Because he might be saying 3 seasons or 1 season, he's off.
He's off.
So you need to know all these things. True. All of this would have come out.
Yes.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. She wouldn't fall for a guy that wasn't nice.
Right.
I'm sure in some capacity, in another life, in another circumstance, he's a nice guy.
Right.
But
I agree.
This circumstance really put him over.
Yeah.
So you need to go through these circumstances.
That's true.
Because this is my job. This is kind of some stuff that I do.
Right.
So if you're going to feel some kind of way about it, we probably got a problem.
Right.
And really probably don't need to be making a baby. Just saying.
Right.
Now, that's my thought. The baby's here. Adorable. We love the baby. She loves the baby. He loves the baby. It's going to be all right. But But
just for next time.
For next time. I just feel kind of bad because, I'm one of those people, y'all, I can't have friendly breakups. I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to.
Y'all should see
I don't
want to.
Just go the fuck on. That's how I feel. Yeah. So, and everybody's not that way.
Why do we need to still be friends?
Well, but you got to.
Well, in her case, I understand, but that's
you
the point.
Got to. You have to have some conversations. You got to. You might see his ass at Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the things.
First day of school.
I don't want to go over that real estate anymore.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah,
and so I feel bad, and she might not be that way. So I'm projecting on her. That's how I would feel. So she might be totally cool with it. But if any of y'all are like me, check that out.
Yes.
But before and find
because
out.
You do not want to, you don't want to be stuck
because
with
like
that.
I said, this is, they can say I'm cool with it. They can, all the things.
Yes.
And you think they're cool with it until a situation like this comes up.
I agree.
So you need to know, like I said, this, if you don't have experience doing this, it's hard to do.
Well, and they said
it is hard to do.
One of his good friends that, I think it was People, but don't quote me on that. I have to look because I was reading for this. They're like, oh, he's over it. He's moved on to focus on his acting career.
Of course they're going to say that.
Well, my thing is, honey, you don't move on from your child.
No.
There is no,
you don't get to.
You don't get to. So first off, he has not moved on.
Right,
okay.
Right.
That's not even an option. He's moved out. Okay. But you ain't moved on.
No.
And then I thought, to focus on your acting career, you just made a fool of yourself on the whole internet. There are screenshots.
Well, men still have the power, and men would probably be the ones that would give him a job. So that's probably not a problem.
You know who ain't gonna hire him is Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry loves Keke.
And women.
Yeah.
Which we're coming up. So, maybe. But maybe this experience, like Jonah, now he knows what he needs. I am of the opinion, too. I don't like two likes together. Now, that's me. Because I feel like an actor and an actor, a doctor and a doctor.
Oh, yeah. It's difficult.
I feel if there's two of you, one of you is unnecessary. We don't need two of anything. I'm not a matchy-matchy. I kind of like the opposite. And
like
not
Denzel
too
Washington
opposite,
and
but,
his wife.
It's hard when you are both in a profession. No matter what it is, and it's the same, there's a competitiveness that takes over,
yes.
which is not healthy in a relationship.
Who's a good example for this? Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar. And they've done interviews on this where basically, guys, the summary of it was, if one of us is acting, one of us isn't. That's what they came to.
Just kind
because
of
they had kids and all this stuff. And it was like, if we're both doing it, it's not going to work because it's so demanding. You're so in the spotlight. Like, who's going to be the person that's with the kids? And there's been times where she's done it. Now, that's where I give them kudos. She had a few things that she was in. And I was like, where's Freddie Prinze Jr.? And he was like, with the kids,
But the good thing with that, though, he had established himself. See, with this, that dynamic is
not there.
And I just feel, and not just the acting thing. I think in any couple, it's hard to have the same profession and not be competitive. I think that brings it kind of a not so nice element to the relationship. I feel like that. And that's me.
Well, and especially, and this is going to sound sexist, guys, and that's okay. I own that. Especially when the man is the underdog.
Yes. They're not used to it.
They're not used to it.
They are not
so
used
if you
to
have
it.
a man that's on top, you will sometimes see examples of them helping their spouse, get there. But when the woman is on top, most men don't want to take that kind of help. You know what I mean? So then that becomes a whole
And then they
thing.
feel some kind of way, which might be his problem, and just project it into other things. He might not even been upset about the dress or Usher or any of it. It might have been this. It might have been just some other things that were going on.
Mm-hmm.
And this just happened to be something that he could talk on, it could be upset about. So who knows? But it seems like it's over. And I think he has some of the stuff she's done. I think that if it wasn't over, it for sure is over now.
But guys, you have, so first off, the song is so catchy. So in the same day, Lisa and my husband were like, Keke Palmer's in a music video with Usher. I was like, what? And so when my husband said it, I'm like, babe, this isn't true. Then when Lisa said, I said, let me do some investigating.
Oh, I sent it to her, y'all.
So
it's
she
like,
sends
you
it
don't
to
even
me.
have to work to find it.
No, she sends me an article and the music video. So now I'm at my desk and I'm just kind of jamming. I've played this song about 3 times. By the end of my workday, somebody told me your boyfriend. So I get home. My husband still hadn't seen it. So I play it for him. Now he's sucked into it. And for the past 48 hours, that's all that we're listening to.
And the whole little ending and the wing.
Well, there were a lot of, so if you are an Usher fan or a Keke fan, and especially if you're probably a little younger than me, maybe, and you really follow social media, or maybe you just like it more than I do because I don't follow it very closely. There were so many Easter eggs in that video. She auditioned to be like a singer or backup dancer in one of his music videos. And that was the songs that they picked. His throwback songs, and then the song he sang to her.
Well, see, I follow them that.
So there,
either one of them.
Well,
so
I had to watch it.
It was,
but there were so many little Easter eggs. It was so hilarious. But at the end, baby, where she was, oh damn, I missed the show. Well, I'm a mother. After all, wink. I said, wait, Keke, wait. And then she had the little Usher necklace. That was what he was famous for way back in the day, was the little.
So that's letting her know, like, I'd rather dump you and go to this concert than regret that I got to see it, which I'm not mad at her.
And it is. It's a spoof on the concert night. I half expected her. Did you expect her to have on the outfit? The dress? when she was walking down the little, I don't know, it wasn't a hallway, but whatever it was, I half expected her to have on the dress.
Oh my
gosh.
Did. But I don't know. Guys, I had no expectation, but just the whole thing, it just lets you know she's over. Now you talk about moving on. She has moved on for sure. She really has. And wouldn't you have loved to be a fly on the wall,
baby,
with that? Because I mean, they went radio silent.
They did. Now let's speak to some maturity with Keke, because he blasted her online. She has the following to retaliate or even just speak her piece, but she didn't, y'all.
My grunge loving revenge.
Now y'all know Lisa.
Oh my God, I'd have blew him out of the water.
Lisa dog walking up and down the street.
Oh my God. So she did.
She didn't. She never did. So her maturity was there.
It was.
Somebody told me.
It's over. And I'm not sad about it. I just hate that, she's got to deal with him.
Yeah.
I do, because I would really just want to move on.
But honestly, I will say, I hope that he makes it. I hope that he obtains the success that he wants. And I hope he grows up enough to say, you know what? I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Learn the lesson.
Right.
And people are where they are. It's not a competition. And that takes a while to get there till you know that. Life is not a competition.
Yes.
There's no time table, no time limit. All options are open. So that's the lesson for both of them in this. I wish Keke well. Next time, she'll probably have to vet the guy a little more. Like, are you okay with this? This kind of stuff is going to happen. So up next, our picks for the sexiest man alive this week. But first, a message from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
During hard times, it can get really difficult if you don't have anyone to talk to. Being alone with your thoughts can be an isolating feeling that can allow negativity to consume you.
This is why we are sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours.
Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime.
Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So many people use BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states.
Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee. That's betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee.
I think I'm back in my lane on who I'm picking.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, but who are you? I want to know who you're picking for.
Oh, I'm running out of people, but this is just because I've been seeing him because you guys, all you football lovers.
Wait a minute, a sport?
Connor and Hillary, my kids love football.
Guys, Lisa does no sports.
I don't do sports, but
Did you say football's on?
Yeah, because the preseason.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
You're so mad.
I kind of it's just on. I haven't turned it on. It's just on. It's a presence.
She's like, football's on.
So Dak Prescott, who is the Dallas Cowboy quarterback, has been on everything, giving interviews. What's the season looking like? Who did what to who, So I've just been seeing him, and he's cute. And I think he is such a nice guy.
Yes.
Seems to be. I don't know him personally. Never met him. Although my grandkids met him.
Yeah, they did.
Where were they at? They were at the Rangers game. They were at the baseball game, and he was there and took pictures with my grandsugar. So he's a sweet guy because he sure didn't have to do that.
No, he is a sweet guy.
So he's a sweet guy.
My sister ran into him at a restaurant, and she was like, you know how you're nervous, like you want to say something, but my sister used to model, and so this is not her first time around anyone famous. And she was like, I just knew better. And so he actually told her like, hey, thanks for being a fan. And so she was just like, she goes to the bathroom and she's like, you're not going to believe what just happened to me. And I snuck a picture, but I'm not going to post it. And I'm like, that's good. Don't post it. Let the man eat in peace. But yeah, he seems nice.
Yes. Super nice.
Please do good this year.
Cute.
He is.
We're rooting for him. So have a good year. Don't get hurt.
Do better. Yes. Now, as a person who does like football and actually watches it, I need you to step it up a little bit.
I think he might have in our fantasy league. I think he was my quarterback.
He was your quarterback.
Which, y'all, I didn't do well.
No,
but
actually,
he was my quarterback.
What was funny was when you did do well, you were like, who is that? I'm like, oh my gosh, she doesn't even know.
I don't get it, y'all. I don't get the fantasy thing. I don't know. I tried.
Let's do it again.
Oh my gosh. It's like I need a tutor.
It was fun. We should do it again. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. This is so unrelated, but I like sports. Lisa could care less. Do you understand me? She could
care less.
She could care less. So my pick for the sexiest man alive this week is Usher.
Of course.
You know what? Now, I really do like Usher.
Usher is sexy, though.
And Usher done aged like he ain't got a care in the damn world.
He's not that cute to me. He just doesn't do it for me like that. I mean, and he's young enough to be my kid, too.
No,
besides that. Yeah, he is. But, well, maybe, I don't know. How old is Usher?
I gotta look. He ain't young enough to be your kid, though.
Okay. Well,
he's older than Whitney. He has to be.
Well, but I could, if I started really young.
He's 44.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I had just,
Damn, Usher's 40. Oh, yeah.
If I had come out the gate making babies. He could be my son.
Could be your baby.
But either way, he's just not my cup of tea, in terms. But I do think he's super sexy and talented.
So, fun fact, Usher is the fourth.
I did know that.
And so if you know anything about me, if you listen to us, you know that my son is the fourth. So we're always, we have that little thing. We love when we find like someone that's the fifth or the fourth.
Beyonce.
Oh yeah, because hers are something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Ivy
right. Yeah. You're
like
right. Hello. That's right. Well, no, now listen, my husband's the third, my son's the fourth.
Okay.
And if he picks it, the next one will be the fifth. So mine isn't that. But anyway, it was Usher who... Usher's been doing it for me since probably middle school, sixth grade.
He's super sexy. And I love all his music.
And his residency is amazing. That's
what everybody says.
And he just extended it.
Oh, he did? Oh,
he just extended it.
Okay.
No, he just extended it. And so my husband's like, let's go. And I bet you we're going to run into Keke and it's going to be the bar. And I'm like, and my husband has a way with meeting celebrities. So now that he said this, it's going to happen. So we're actually planning to go back.
Vegas bound.
We are Vegas bound, honey. And I'm going, and I'm dressing just like Keke. I want everything out. Do y'all hear me? Everything. And I wish Cedric would shame me. Now, I will drag him.
But he would be there, though.
Girl, Cedric wouldn't care. No, Cedric's thing is, his thing is sneak to the bathroom and send me pics. That's his whole thing. We have 3 kids, y'all. At this point, if he gets a picture, he's excited. He doesn't care. Either which way, honey.
You're over that.
Over that. I think we should probably link. We might do a link to the video. I can just do the link that you sent me.
Yes,
so y'all can see it
for y'all. Yeah.
Okay, loves. Thank you for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you are listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Part of the Boundless Audio Podcast Network.